Hello, Periscopers. How are you? This is Monica A. Coleman, and we are beginning. Hello, Ms. ARW, my Bipolar Faith Periscope. I'm walking around because I'm in the middle of cooking, and I thought I'd be done, but my pasta wasn't quite done, so you don't want to overcook pasta, so we're here in my kitchen. Thank you for joining us, True Anglican. Hello, how are you doing? Good to see you again. Hello from Canada. Thank you for joining us again. So as I said, we're here in my kitchen because I'm also trying to make sure I don't overcook my pasta while I'm getting started. Again, my name is Monica A. Coleman. You're coming in from Baltimore. I hope to be in Baltimore on the tour with Bipolar Faith. Thank you for the hearts. I feel the love. Thank you for joining us, Anton Hermano. Oh, I'm making fettuccine. Good guess. Thank you for joining us, Regal Shine. Let's see. Thank you for the purple hearts. Do I know Parnavik? I don't think so. Thank you for joining us, Kay Haddad. 84. Thank you for joining us. Again, this is Monica A. Coleman, and I am a professor of religion, a theologian. I teach at a seminary. I'm based in Los Angeles, California. And I am the author of the forthcoming book, Bipolar Faith, A Black Woman's Journey with Depression and Faith. Thank you for joining us again. So I'm going to check my pasta here to see if it's good. Thank you for joining us, Jay Salazar. So I'm based in Los Angeles. Not originally from LA, but that's where I live now. And I take this time, just a couple minutes every day around 4:30 my time, 7:30 Eastern Time. Thank you for joining us. Stiga, say something, S-E-Y, joining us to, thank you, to answer the questions I get asked more than anything else, and that is, what are my spiritual practices, and what are the things that I do to manage living with a depressive condition. So one of the things I do that I've talked about before is that I cook because I have to, but that's also one way that I'm creative. So you're going to have to hold on 1 second while I appreciate your patience, drain my pasta so it doesn't get all icky. I don't think my kid would mind, but the adults would mind. So hold on just a minute. There, we want to make sure we keep this spiritual, a little bit spiritual here. Hold on just 1 second, you guys. I don't think I can hold you too, so I'm going to unplug and put this here, moving with the pasta pot. There we go. So now we're back in business. And oops, that doesn't help. Here we go. Thank you all for joining us. The topic I put in today, it is hard cooking and periscoping at the same time. Hold on. There we go. Upside down. And we're back. There. The topic I put on for today is the basics. And I thought about that because this is just, I've been saying the last couple sessions, it's just been a rough couple of weeks, rough couple of days. Hi, thank you for joining us. Kangaroo and Rafikus and Dark Wolf. And so one of the things I had to do today was buy some clothes for my child who just keeps growing and keeps growing. And so I had to buy things like socks for her and little undershirts because it's chilly in the morning when she goes to school. And I kind of blinked and realized, wow, she grew. And we get all these really great hand-me-downs from our friends, which are invaluable because they would cost a lot of money to always buy her new clothes. But we get dresses and little pants and little outfits. But we still have to buy the basics. I still have to get her socks and panties and that kind of thing. Yes, and tend to what's happening in my house. So, and I made me think about how sometimes we just have to get back to the basics. What does it mean to just kind of deal with the basic things in life? And when you live with a depressive condition, doing the basic things can be difficult. Just getting up, getting dressed, eating, making sure you're okay. Yes, I'm a mom. Thank you. You like my dreads. And I'm not sure what you mean by getting booted when someone asks you a theological question. I hope you can get your theological questions answered. But as I was saying, sometimes you just kind of have to get back to the basics, and the basics can be really, really hard to do. And I've experienced that, and sometimes I'm trying to balance so many different things. I'm trying to balance all the things that motherhood, particularly motherhood of a young child, demands, work, the basics of my job, of course, which is like teaching and reading and grading and preparing for class and reading books and staying up on my field and giving lectures and preaching. And, oh, that's not Martin Luther King on my wall. It's actually my grandfather, but I always thought he looked like Martin Luther King. And sometimes I have to say, I can't do all that. I'm just going to do the basics. I'm just going to get up, get dressed, take a shower, get dressed, eat breakfast, and see how things go from there. And so sometimes it's like that. It's just the basics. And so I wanted to say it's okay to do the basics. Sometimes taking it back to the basics is exactly what we need to do. I remember when I was in college and active in Campus Crusade for Christ, we used to sing this song. Of course, I forget the name of the song. But there was something about going back to the basics, kind of getting back to the roots of our faith. And what an important move that is to do sometimes. And so I think it's like that, not just with my daughter's clothing, which I had to buy, but also with just our lives, that sometimes when things feel overwhelming or difficult, we just have to get back to the basics, get back to what it means to just get up, take a shower, get dressed, eat breakfast, and say, that's enough for today. That's a good start. I've done what I have to do. Now, many of us have lives of responsibility, and so much more is required for the basics. But there are times when I tell my friends who are overwhelmed, nope, you don't. Order in, you don't have to cook dinner. All you got to do is keep everybody alive and try again tomorrow. And so those are the basics. Keep everybody alive and try again tomorrow. So that's what I'm sharing today about what it is to kind of just focus on the basics when things can be tough. And that's the foundation for all the other things that we want to do and that we need to do. So I'm going to sign off for a minute and check on my pasta and the rest of the food on the stove today. And thank you all for joining us. Again, I'm Monica A. Coleman, and I am a religion professor based in Los Angeles, California. And I'm the author of the forthcoming book, Bipolar Faith, A Black Woman's Journey with Depression and Faith. So please feel free to pre-order it on Amazon and check it out. If you've enjoyed this, you can retweet it. I'll be on Twitter at Monica A. Coleman. And use the hashtag Bipolar Faith and keep joining me for these conversations. I really appreciate it.